So look, bro, what up? Congratulations to the winner on that 50. I'm gonna get straight into it because these videos, squad, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all know I got 7 channels, right? And probably like top 3, top 2, the Cold Case Files gotta be the coldest to me, man. I love doing these videos for the simple fact they real, they raw, and they keep me and y'all aware. A lot of shit happen in these videos that you think can't happen to you, and I keep telling y'all ain't better than nobody else. If it can happen to them, it can happen to you, and if you feel like you're better than somebody else, it's going to happen to you. Other than that, we finna get cracking, bro. 10,000 comments for your boy, lace me up, and get what you need to get right, cause I got mine. Let's go.
Hi everyone. In this video, we're going to check 5 decades-old cold cases that were solved in 2021. Welcome to Mysterious 5. The first case on our list is the case of Annette Schnee and Bobby Joe Oberholzer.
I thought that was the same
In
person.
1982, in Breckenridge, Colorado, 2 lifeless bodies of 2 different women were discovered.
It is crazy to me, and this might sound crazy to y'all what I'm about to say, but it's crazy to me to believe that it was a world here before me. You know what I'm saying? This is 7 years before I was born. And it's crazy. I tell people all the time, I don't even think, me growing up, I didn't even think other countries existed because I lived in the United States. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy to me how this world existed before me. I know that sounds weird, bro. I know it do. It just, I was really born into some bullshit.
The crime scenes were miles from one another, and the bodies were found 6 months apart. And yet, police believed that both women were killed on the same night, by the same man. The only thing connecting them? Orange socks. On January 6, 1982, Bobby Joe Oberholzer, 29 years old, left home at 7:15 a.m. Her day had begun as usual, and she hitchhiked to work.
Damn.
Jeff Oberholzer was Bobby's husband. He ran an appliance repair business, and she worked as a receptionist. They had been married for about 4.5 years at the time of Bobby's.
On her regular day, she hitchhiked to work with her husband, bro. Husband, squad. Ain't no way in hell we letting our wife hitchhike to work. Back then, in the 60s, the 70s and the 80s, that's when the serial killers in the United States was really roaming the streets. A lot of people don't know, bro. United States is the only country in the world that birthed serial killers. There's 206 countries, squad. United States is the only country that birthed serial killers. And of course it happens in other countries, whatever, but I'm talking about the main. Over 90% of them happen in the United States, which is crazy. And for you, back then, what's this, 1982? To see it on the news, you got the Boston Strangler, you got the Hillside Strangler, you got Ted Bundy, you got the Zodiac Killer, you got all these serial that birthed in the United States around this time, bro. And you mean to tell me you let your wife hitchhike to work? Husband, man.
Death, and they lived in Alma, 14 miles away from where her body was eventually found. At 6:20 p.m, Jeff got a call from Bobby saying she was having drinks with friends after work. He asked her if she wanted him to pick her up, but she told him that she would get a ride home.
I'm lost, squad. I'm lost. Do you go to work before your wife? Or should your wife use the car to go to work and you hitchhike to work? Because I'm not getting this. Either you go to work before your wife, that's the reason she hitchhiking to work? Is that the reason? Because if that's the case, nigga, why don't you hitchhike to work and let her use the car? Husband. Now I bet this thing on the news, my wife. Nigga, you that really, what, did bro have something to do with it? Now you want me to come pick you up from the bar after you got drinks. Why? You think she gonna get too drunk and suck something else? You gonna cheat on you, bro? Why don't you drop her off at work or pick her up from work? I don't like this fool already, man.
Jeff made dinner and waited for Bobby to come home. At some point, he fell asleep.
I'm done with this nigga, man. There's no way in hell my wife finna call me and tell me she at the bar, faded, drank, Casamic. Well, this was back then. Well, she was whiskey, wine, whatever. This is 1982. And I'm finna wait on her at home. No, you ain't gotta pick me up. So I'm gonna fall asleep, my nigga. The fuck? Who falls asleep when they wife out in the streets having drinks, bro? We wait. Just like they want to wait on the couch till we get home, we gonna wait on her till she get home. It's your wife, squad. Make sure she make it. I don't get it. I don't.
Woke up around midnight and discovered that his wife hadn't returned. Jeff drove into Breckenridge to look for Bobby, and her friends told him she left the bar around 7:30 p.m.
See?
They assumed she'd gotten a ride home. When Jeff
1982, mind y'all, squad, this ain't no cell phone. This is a no cell phone era. No cell phone era. You mean to tell me you went to sleep when you know she can't call you? Last time you talked to her was at 6-something, so you gonna hang up the phone saying, this ain't adding up to me, man.
reported to police that Bobby was missing. They told him it was too early to file a report. Finally, he drove back home to wait for his wife. The next morning, a farmer who lived 30 miles outside Breckenridge found Bobby's driver's license on his property. When Jeff and two friends were on their way to pick it up, they made a disturbing discovery. Something blue in a snow-covered field. It was Bobby's backpack, the one she always had with her. Next to the backpack was one of Bobby's gloves, spattered with blood and several bloody tissues. Jeff's friends helped him organize a search.
That would have killed me.
2 hours later, they found Bobby's lifeless body, more than 15 miles from where her backpack was discovered.
Shout out to Jeff.
She'd been shot twice. Her house keys were found at the scene. At the crime scene, police found 3 intriguing clues. The only footprints near the body were from Bobby. A plastic cord was tied around one of her wrists, and a single orange sock was found nearby. The same day Bobby Joe's body was found, another woman, Annette Schnee, 21 years old, was reported missing. Annette was a cocktail waitress in Frisco, Colorado.
Her and Bobby look just alike, bro. One thing about these serial fools, they have a type. Most of the reason being why is it's either the girl they had a crush on, a girl they liked that left them, they mama. When they go on a rampage and start doing all this serial like unaliving, they look for females that look just like the woman that hurt them, bro. That's why all the females that they get look exactly the same. Same height, same weight, same hair color. It's a pattern of serial. It's just weird. Like, how you got a type of killing? Shit's so weird to me, bro.
And like Bobby, often hitchhiked to and from work. Because of the similarities, both cases were immediately connected by the police. Investigators questioned Jeff about Annette. At first, he denied knowing her. However, after seeing her picture on the news,
didn't I tell y'all this nigga was weird? Jeff done smoked his wife and went to...
he recalled meeting her once. Jeff claimed he had once picked up Annette when she was hitchhiking, and he had given her his business card, but he had never seen or heard from her since that day. He also denied...
That nigga did it. That fool did it. The older I get, the more I understand committed relationships, shit you're not supposed to do in your relationships or whatever the case. If you picking up hitchhikers, bro, they better be men and they better be old women over the age of 55 or 60 years old. Not in your age range. They gotta be 20, 30 years plus. You know why? Because it's disrespectful to your wife that you riding around picking up females. I don't care if it's hitchhiking or not, you riding around picking up females. So you mean to tell me this fool, wife hitchhikes to work, and he ride around picking up hitchhikers that look just like his wife? This fool did it. Which is crazy, bro. How you... And I go back to what I'm saying. It's a female in a life that hurt him, and it was probably his wife. He wanted to get rid of him, so he went to go find somebody else that looked like his wife and got rid of her. Get on my podcast. It's called DJ Ghost Podcast. Look that up. It's one of the most lit channels I got. Tomorrow, I'm going to upload a video where this female, she chopped up her dude body. And after she chopped him up, she still gave him some neck. Still sucked on it. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say this. The police asked her, why you do it? She said, you ever love somebody so much you just want to kill it? That fucked me up, bro. And that's how it is with these insane unalivers, man. He did his wife like that, and he loved her too much.
Had any involvement in her disappearance or Bobby's death. On July 3rd, 1982, 6 months after her disappearance and 13 miles away from where Bobby Joe's body had been found, Annette's body was discovered.
Damn.
Police were shocked with the discovery that she was wearing the match-fully orange sock.
This fool!
Jeff's business card was found inside her wallet. The prime suspect immediately became...
So the orange sock that was at his wife's site where she was found, the orange sock is also at Annette. Just arrest him, man. You don't even, this is crazy. This is before, forensics didn't even work all the way in 1982. This case was wrapped up like that. This nigga's stupid. How you in the snow would still get caught? Like, how you in the snow and none of that shit wiped away? He deserved to go to jail, bro. Just say y'all called him so we can go to the next case.
Jeff Oberholzer. Authorities tried to put together a scenario for what might have happened on the night of January 6th. Annette Schnee was last seen in Breckenridge at around 4 p.m. in deep conversation with an unidentified dark-haired woman. Police believe that around 5 p.m, Annette left to hitchhike home. The suspect picked her up and drove 20 miles south of Breckenridge. He took her down a small dead-end road where he assaulted her in his vehicle. While she was getting dressed, she forgot to put on her other orange sock.
Damn.
And attempted to escape when she was shot in the back while running away.
This fool a coward.
Police believe the suspect then drove back to Breckenridge and found his second victim, Bobby Joe Oberholzer. He drove Bobby 10 miles south of Breckenridge to a scenic overlook where he attempted to assault her. Bobby managed to escape from the vehicle where the orange sock then fell out. The suspect then chased her down the road and shot her twice as she turned away. Police felt the fact that Jeff Oberholzer knew both victims was more than just a coincidence. 2 months after his wife's death, Jeff took a polygraph test and passed. From day one, Jeff insisted that he had an...
And to everybody, like, he passed the polygraph test. How can it be him? All you gotta do is clench your butt cheeks. You wanna pass a polygraph test, all you gotta do is clench your butt cheeks. Think about baseball while they answer you the questions. You wanna throw them off? If they ask you what your name is, tell your brain, lie, and say your real name. It's gonna come up as a lie, but they know that's your real name, so you throwing them off. You get what I'm saying? Niggas know how to pass that. The polygraph, that's why you can't use no polygraph in court in the United States, because it's not 100% accurate. It just kind of get a police in a position like, point them where to go. This might be the suspect. It shows that he's lying. And then, you know, it might delete some niggas like, man, he passed it. You go ahead and leave him alone. It's what a polygraph is for, man.
An alibi. He said that at the time of the deaths, he was at home visiting a friend. For nearly 9 years, no one could find this man.
Damn, 9 years.
Then in December 1990, he finally surfaced and was questioned about that night. Investigators interviewed the man, who claimed that he had been at Jeff's house. However, his time and Jeff's time of the visit didn't match up. Jeff Oberholzer had always maintained his innocence and claimed that the suspect had to be someone that Bobby knew. She wouldn't have left with a stranger, especially when he offered to pick Bobby up. For years, The blood found on Bobby's gloves and the tissues with her backpack were believed to be hers. However, in the early 1990s, DNA testing determined that it came from a male. The testing also determined that the blood wasn't Jeff's. As a result of this and other evidences, including several alibi witnesses, Jeff was eventually cleared as a suspect in the case.
Okay, I'm lost, bro. This shit is getting good. Who did it, bro? Because I'm thinking Jeff, the husband did it, right? Right? Or was I wrong? Either way, I don't like this thing. You letting your wife hitchhike, you picking up bitches. I don't like them anyway, but damn, did he do it?
Police looked into several other suspects as well. One was cab driver Thomas Edward Luther, who in February 1982 picked up a hitchhiker in Breckenridge, then beat and insulted her.
Oh, shit.
While in jail, he allegedly bragged about being responsible for the deaths. According to his girlfriend, he didn't come home on the fateful night. He also lied to investigators and said he was at work at the time.
Oh, shit.
The other suspect, Tracy Petrocelli, killed his fiancée in 1981 and went on a multi-state crime spree. During this time, he stayed at Annette's workplace, the Holiday Inn in Frisco. However, neither suspect's DNA matched the evidence from the crime scene.
Damn.
On February 24th, 2021, a 70-year-old man named Alan Lee Phillips was arrested and charged with the deaths. He was also charged with kidnapping and assaulting with a deadly weapon.
1982 to 2021, 82, 92, 2002. This thing got caught 40 years later, 39 years later. Bro got caught 39 years later. It's not the husband, it's not the cab driver, it's something. How did he get caught? It's this nigga. How?
With the deaths. He was also charged with kidnapping and assaulting with a deadly weapon. He's currently being held without bail.
Damn.
Genetic genealogy was used to link the DNA found at the crime scene to Phillips. Investigators also suspect that he may be involved in other crimes throughout Colorado. Sadly, Bobby's brother, Kelly, and father Thomas have passed away before finding out who was responsible for taking her life.
That is crazy, bro. That is DNA. It's you. That is crazy, bro. 39 years later. Ain't no statute of limitations on murder. I swear to God, I thought the husband did it. I was adamant, like, this fool did it. This case was crazy, bro.
Next on the list is the case of Gail Barrus. On October 9th, 1988, Gail Barrus was spotted leaving a coffee shop in the early hours of the morning, accompanied by a man. This was the last time Barrus was ever seen alive. She was a 30-year-old single mother of 3 for...
Damn, Barrus, I hope you didn't let nobody bag you at the coffee shop. Straight up, bro. I hope you didn't let nobody bag you. I tell it all the time. Females, I feel so sorry for y'all, man. I feel bad for y'all because y'all can't have fun. Y'all can't do what y'all want to do like a man can. You can't walk the streets at night without getting... I mean, it can. I'm not trying to scare nobody, bro. But I promise you, if a man wants you, he can have you. Care how good you think you can fight, how strong you is. If he want to R-word you, he want to eat part you, he can. He want to kidnap you, he can. How much you weigh? 120 pounds, 130 pounds? That ain't shit. That ain't, come on, man. Where your strength at? 130 pounds, you could probably bench press, what, 50 of that? Let's be real. I feel so sorry for y'all, bro. Clubs, parks, coffee shops. Don't let no stranger bag you and take you home. It's a lot of fools that go out to go to them places so they can get them some pussy. Let's keep it real. Like, they look for a good time. But at that same venue, it's a lot of fools that go out looking to hurt women, kidnap women, kill women. Be careful, man. Sex ain't that important. Looks ain't that important. You want to wake up tomorrow. You want to go home to your kids. It ain't that serious, bro. I'm telling you. Michigan. Going home with
Life was hard, and she worked at 2 different local bars to be able to survive and take care of her 3 children.
Look.
In the early hours of October 9th, 1988, between 3 and 4 a.m., Barrus was spotted leaving Speed's coffee shop in Battle Creek, Michigan. She was accompanied by a dark-haired man, and that was the last time anyone saw her alive.
Damn.
On October 25th, hunters from Emmett and...
Let me tell y'all one more thing. 9 times out of 10, serial killers are handsome. They good lookers. I'm telling y'all. History shows. They do surveys at colleges to rate serial killers based on their looks, bro. And I'm a man. Ain't no gay shit or nothing. These fools is handsome. They look warm, welcoming. Look like you want to talk to them. They, you know what I'm saying? Hair nice. Tailored suit, not baggy. Glasses on. Well spoken. That's how they look, bro. They know what they doing. Be careful, ladies, please.
Nearby
man,
town
please.
Made a horrifying discovery. They found a lifeless body of a woman laying on River Road. The authorities quickly identified the body to be that of Gail Barrus, and an extensive investigation followed. Witnesses were identified and interviewed, and evidence was collected from the crime scene. On October 22nd, just a few days before Barrus's body was discovered and almost 2 weeks after her disappearance, a 24-year-old man named Roger Plato was approached by authorities. Plato's car matched the description from a victim of a different abduction and assault case. At 4:30 p.m, authorities attempted to detain him at gunpoint while he was walking to his car at a parking lot in Bellevue.
Weirdo.
Plato became aggressive, refused to cooperate, and started fighting back. He was shot when he tried to wrestle the gun from a detective, and as
suspect smoked in a police struggle. Karma, nigga. You mean to tell me you unalived her, then you went somewhere else to try to kidnap another? Karma, nigga. That's what I tell y'all all the time. Jail ain't good enough for the fools like this. You still get to get out eventually. You know what I'm saying? Whether it take 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, you still got your life. When you living in jail, bro, you gonna adapt, so it ain't gonna be that bad the longer you got. You get what I'm saying? Smoke these fools, bro. Fire squad. Take them to the back. Do it how they did it in the 1930s up in Germany. Let's do it. Yeah, he deserved to get smoked, and they probably did it on purpose. I know I would have.
a result, died from the injuries. He was never interviewed. Authorities performed an autopsy, and a blood sample was taken before the body was cremated, which was stored at a private lab at the time. Investigators of Barrus's case turned their attention to Plato's friend and former roommate, Richard Compton.
Hold on, what the blood sample
Compton
say?
had a vast criminal career, but when approached by investigators, he backed off and denied knowing anything. With no further leads or developments, Barrus's case eventually went cold.
What happened with the blood sample, bro?
In 2018, Battle Creek cold case detective Scott...
Oh, this was back then. I'm tripping. They was aware. They knew science was advancing, though. They knew forensic was advancing. They took a blood sample before the body was cremated.
Marshall reopened the case. One of his first discoveries was that Compton's DNA had never been tested, so made Compton his #1 suspect. After some investigation, Detective Marshall discovered that Compton had died in 2009, and his body was buried in the County International Cemetery in Austin, Texas.
Dig him up.
Compton was just 59 years old when he died. Detective Marshall got a search warrant and traveled to Texas to exhume Compton's body.
Yeah.
After examination, it was discovered that Compton's DNA samples didn't match that found in Barrus's body, but matched previously unidentified hairs connected to the crime scene.
Accomplice. Nigga, your roommate, that's an accomplice right there. They both dead now, so tell us that this 2018, nigga, go ahead and test that blood sample and let us know old boy did it. And the fool that's in the graveyard's the accomplice. They both, they needed to die. Universe will get you eventually. Karma eventually.
In November 2020, a break in the case emerged, almost by luck. Sergeant Chris Bassick of the Calhoun County Sheriff's Department was taking an inventory of evidence at the department and found a vial containing the blood sample taken from Plato,
Look.
On January 30th, 2021, it was announced that a state police lab connected the blood to DNA found on Gail Barrus's body, confirming Plato as responsible for assaulting her and taking her life. It's almost likely that Compton witnessed it happening. Both men have already died, and they never had to pay for this horrible crime. However, the Barrus family has expressed their relief on finally being able to have some kind of closure. Detective Marshall said DNA technology is the future for solving cold cases.
Hey, imagine all the other fools from all the way in the 60s, the 50s, the 70s, the 80s that did some shit. They heart is beating right now, bro. If they do anything today, the way the law is, you commit any felony, they take your DNA from you. These niggas that we don't see, it's not a lot of cases, it's a lot of fools that done got gaffled up over the past 20, 30 years, bro. I'm telling you, over DNA, it's a lot of fools that done got gaffled up, man. But this it. This the end. We here. I'm gonna get at y'all in the next video. Y'all stay cool. Y'all stay out the way and stay Ghost Gang. I'ma holler at y'all later. 100.